Welcome to Ubuntu Mastery, 24 lessons that take you from a fresh install to a hardened, monitored, automated Ubuntu fleet, the production way. This course follows the proven Dargslan four-stage arc: foundation, services, hardening, operate, but it's tuned specifically for Ubuntu Server, LTS lifecycle, snap, UFW, live patch, landscape. In this opening lesson, we'll map the road ahead. Why Ubuntu, the four stages, how it differs from Debian, and which package fits you. So let's start with why Ubuntu wins production in 2026. And this isn't tribal, it's operational. 4 reasons stack up. A predictable LTS cadence giving you 5 free years, plus 5 more on ESM, default image status across every major cloud, and Docker Hub, optional commercial backing through Canonical Pro, and landscape when compliance demands it, and true dev to prod parity from WSL2 laptops to fleet servers. Our baseline throughout this course is 24.04 Noble, supported standard until 2029, ESM until 2034. That's a decade of runway on the install you do tomorrow. With that baseline locked in, here's how the next 24 lessons unfold. 4 stages, each closing a layer before the next opens. Stage 1, foundation, is the base. Install, packages, users, file system, LVM. So you know exactly what's on the disk and why. Stage 2, services, makes it useful. System, JOMNX with Let's Encrypt, DNS, timers, journal, LXD. Stage 3, hardening, makes it safe. Firewall, SSH, fail to ban, PAM, AppArmor, automatic patching. And stage 4, operate, is where it runs forever. 3-2-1 backups, Prometheus and Grafana, Ansible across 50 hosts, and the 30-point capstone audit you can run on anything. Before we dive in, a quick orientation for anyone arriving from Debian, or to Debian-style systems generally. Ubuntu is Debian underneath, so 90% of what you know transfers directly. But 5 things diverge in ways that shape day-to-day operations: a predictable 2-year LTS cadence, UFW sitting on top of inevitables, snap alongside apt, live patch for reboot-free kernel CVEs, and do release upgrade instead of a raw dist upgrade. That 10% is exactly where this course lives. With that context set, here's how the course itself is packaged. P1 Foundations covers lessons 0 through 11, installing Ubuntu properly, apt and snap, the user model, LVM, systemd, nginx, DNS, journaled, LXD, built for junior and mid-level sysadmins. P2 production picks up at lesson 12 and goes hard on the operational layer. UFW, SSH hardening, AppArmor, live patch, Restic, the Prometheus, Grafana Loki stack, Ansible, containers, and a 30-point capstone audit. The bundle gives you both lifetime access and priority support. Pick by where you sit today. Now, inside each lesson, you'll find the same 12-slide rhythm. Slide 1 is the title with a 4-block preview and the buy-in terminal. Slides 2 through 9 carry the substance: mental model, production commands, decision tables. Slide 10 hits 5 gotchas as tell and fix pairs from real production pain. 11 is a 6-skill recap. 12 previews what's next. Stage color stays consistent: red, amber, cyan, green, and starred tips mark what matters most. Once you've worked through lesson 1, lesson 2 flows on muscle memory. Before lesson 1, get your kit ready. The non-negotiable is an Ubuntu 24.04 test environment. A local VM through multipass or VirtualBox works, or spin up a €4 Hetzner box if you want the full hardening and monitoring track. Pair it with an SSH client you actually enjoy. WSL2 on Windows, iTerm, or Kitty on Mac. Tmux and Ed2AFR519 key pair, and an S3 bucket come into play later. And the free Ubuntu Pro token covers 5 hosts. Grab it. One rule above all: type every command yourself. Now, with your kit ready, let's draw the lines around what this course actually delivers. Ubuntu Mastery is a server course, so no GNOME tweaks, no Kubernetes deep dive, no application code, no Postgres query tuning, no BGP, and no air-gapped classified work. Each of those deserves its own dedicated path. And for several, there's a Dargslan Mastery course either available or planned. Pick this one for what's inside, a hardened, monitored, automated Ubuntu fleet, and know exactly what's outside. With the scope clear, here's how to actually work through it. 3 modes. Sequential is the recommended first pass. 1 lesson an evening, finish in 4 to 6 weeks, each lesson building on the last. Weekend sprint compresses it into 2 or 3 weekends, 1 full stage per weekend, when you need fluency fast for a job or migration. And reference mode is where you'll live afterward. Hit a problem, jump to the lesson, scan the gotchas. Sequential first, reference forever. Before we dive in, 5 patterns worth burning into memory. They show up in every lesson, and each one is paid for in someone's lost weekend. Test before you trust. Dry run every change. Pre-flight beats firefight. Snapshot and backup before upgrades. Idempotency means rerun safety. Use proper tools, not raw bash. Document everything because future you has no memory of 3 a.m. And drill recovery quarterly because an untested backup isn't a backup. Internalize these 5 and half the course is already yours. So let's recap what you've actually set up in Lesson 0. You know why Ubuntu Server earns its place in production? LTS, ecosystem, commercial backing, dev prod parity. You've got the 4-stage map, the Debian deltas that matter, your package tier picked, the lesson anatomy understood, and your VM with SSH and tmux ready to go. 6 things locked in. Next up, Lesson 01 takes you into Stage 01 Foundation. Installing Ubuntu Server the production way with the network installer, LVM partitioning, and a minimal package footprint. Lesson 0 is complete. Next, we go hands-on. Lesson 01 walks you through installing Ubuntu Server the production way, live server installer versus auto-install with cloud in it, a custom LVM partition layout, a minimal package selection with no snap bloat, and the post-install essentials like hostname, time zone, NTP, and opening SSH through UFW. Grab your VM and I'll see you in Lesson 01.